What's up, ladies and gents? TGIF. You know what that means. Thank God it's Friday for a lot of you guys, a lot of you Monday through Friday workers out there. It's always a great day for you. If you guys had to work the weekends like we do, hey, it's just another day. But we got some basketball tonight. I know the NBA DFS world is wild and wild this time of the year. You can see by the smaller contest sizes, people complaining on Twitter, and just overall the amount of people playing NBA DFS right now. It's a weird year. It's been a turnoff to a lot of people. I get it, but we still got a lot of NBA left to go. We got the playoffs coming up a little bit later down the road. We got MLB starting in a little while. So still plenty of stuff to be excited about in the world of DFS, sports betting, fantasy sports, and all the things that go along with it. All right, guys. So going to roll solo today. And we'll do this. We can get 100 likes on today's videos. We'll do a members-only video free to the public in the near future. All you got to do is click that thumbs up button. And today's show is brought to you by our new partners over at the people at Jazz Sports. The name of the website is jazzsports.ag. It's a good place to play some casino games as well as do a little bit of betting on the old sports. Had a rough one last night. Not a rough one because we won, but I picked OKC over Dallas on the sports betting side of things. Got a little too close for comfort down the stretch last night if you were watching that game. Got me sweating just a little bit. But if you use our promo code, which is 5-pack, you just got to put it in right there and make your initial deposit. Let me know when you do so. I'll give you a free 5-pack membership just for signing up by using our promo code. Length of the membership has to do with the amount of your deposit and everything like that. But please let me know if you do so. Reputable company, over 20 years of being in service. Over 150% free play bonus, same-day payouts. And all of my customers have had no issues getting paid out over there. So give them a whirl. And if you do sign up, please let me know you do so I can get you that free membership. You got to tell me. And the current 5-pack promotion is the same one as yesterday. We will do the NBA package for only $50 for the rest of the year. That includes the playoffs. We make money on the playoffs every year over here. You're going to have to use the Venmo or PayPal address below because this is not up on the website currently. All right, guys, day passes are still available. Subscribe to the station if you're new to it. So let's talk about where we are rolling today. So if you checked out yesterday's members-only video, the guy that we were gushing over was Kevin Porter. He was awesome yesterday. Got a little higher owned than we anticipated when John Wall got kicked out of the game. Not kicked out. Got booted from the playing field when he wasn't in the game. So he's going to be chalked today because he balled yesterday. And there's a lot to like again right here. We already know Eric Gordon is out. John Wall is questionable today, and who knows what they're going to do with Victor Oladipo. Here's the thing. Kevin Porter Jr. is good. He was killing it down in the G League. We've seen him have big games for Cleveland in the past. The Rockets are probably going to get their butts kicked today. I think that's the most likely of scenarios, which means Porter Jr., unlike guys like maybe a Depot or a John Wall, if he played, is very likely to see a lot of run within the second half. We already know like David Nwaba's out. There's no PJ Tucker. Christian Wood hasn't played in a month now or whatever it's been. So look for Kevin Porter Jr. at 3,200 to be crazy, insane chalk, and rightfully so. This is a guy you could potentially see playing 18 minutes in the second half. I expect Houston to get their butt kicked here. Utah's a much, much better team. Rested, ready to get that dub. Look for Porter Jr. to play big minutes and have nice production again. He can do half of what he did yesterday and be a decent play, but at 3,200, he's going to be supreme chalk for all the obvious reasons. Next up, let's talk about the Philadelphia 76ers. So they threw a bunch of us for a loop yesterday. One, great game for them, missing their two best players just to roll on Chicago like that. But they threw Tony Bradley into the starting lineup. They've done a little stuff with Howard. They've done it with Bradley. I don't know what they're going to do today, but this one's all about does Joel Embiid play today. So I got Bradley's picture up here, but I wanted to talk through the center position against Washington. No matter what happens today, I expect this to be a good ball game. I do not have any clue if Embiid's going to get out of quarantine today or not. If Embiid plays, love him here. Great spot for him. If Embiid's out, I like Bradley and I like Howard, even at his new expensive price tag. So for my money, the Embiid news is the biggest one of the day. If Embiid plays, then my interest in the Washington guys go away. If Embiid's out, yeah, I might be 3-4 deep on Philadelphia in this spot because as much as I like how Washington's playing, they're still a really good team to attack. And Bradley's the picture up here, guys, but this one's all about Joel Embiid. And if Embiid plays, lock him up for me and put him into your lineups. If he's out, lock me in some Tony Bradley if he's starting. Although you never know if Philly throws this for a loop today and starts Dwight Howard, in which case he would be a lock for me even at that price tag. So watch this one carefully, and it's the first game or one of the first games, so we're going to know in plenty of time. Next up, cover boy for the day, DeJounte Murray of the San Antonio Spurs in a good job today in a good spot today against the Orlando Magic. Murray's great play today, in my opinion. No LaMarcus Aldridge as the team is parting ways with him. DeMar DeRozan is out today, which means it's really Murray's show for the San Antonio Spurs at home. This is a team still competing. He's going to have a monster usage rate right here with no LaMarcus Aldridge and no DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan one's the key right here. DeRozan kind of takes over a huge usage role on the San Antonio Spurs when he's out there, but he is not out there today, which means it is Murray's job. Even with Derek White today, this is Murray's team today. Let him do his thing. He's a good rebounder for a guy his size. Expect him to, go for 18, 9 and 9 or something like that today at least. This is a guy with a, double-double, maybe even a triple-double watch today because he is going to have a big role for the San Antonio Spurs who are still playing hard. Give me some DeJounte Murray. He's going to be relatively highly owned, but I like him in GPPs. I like him in cash games. I expect at least 40 from him today. He's one of my safer plays on the slate, in my opinion. Next up, these are typically the long shot plays today, but I'm going to talk about Jimmy Butler, and let's be honest, he ain't a long shot. He's not a long shot in the slightest. Still no Bam Adebayo today. Miami needs every single game. This is a team that had an awful start of the year, and even though they played yesterday, I like them to play well and play hard today. Again, Butler has been really, really good. See that game log. He's got a couple of bad games. They had the game against Utah where they were terrible. And then he had a bad game against Oklahoma City where they rolled and he just wasn't very, very much needed. I expect this one to be a competitive game. Chicago was awful yesterday. I expect a better performance from them today. So give me Butler in what I anticipate to be a competitive game in Chicago in another game that Miami needs to continue to win. He's back in his old stomping grounds today. And with no Bam Adebayo, it just makes Jimmy Butler even more needed for this team. So I expect another 50 burger from him right here. I think Butler's a safe play in all formats and definitely not in the long shot category. So I wanted just to reiterate that one. All right. Let's talk about Niang from the Utah Jazz because he, to me, is a definition of a long shot. So the more Rockets out, the better. But this Houston Rockets team is awful since Christian Wood got hurt. They haven't won in so long. I expect them to get their butt kicked today. I haven't even looked at the spreads and the Vegas odds right here, but whatever the spread is, I think there's a good opportunity for Utah to cover it because the Rockets are awful. If John Wall's out again today and there's no Eric Gordon who's already been ruled out, I kind of expect him just to get rolled, which means Niang is a guy you could play a lot of extra minutes at virtually no ownership today because you're not really going to need some of these, cheaper guys. There's going to be plenty of them, especially if Joel Embiid is out. So you should get Niang at like 1% owned. Not a guy people should roll over to, at least not into this morning or as of right now. I think the Jazz could easily win by 20, 30. I mean, this could be an absolute butt kicking of a game right here because the Jazz want to get the second half started in the right way after not finishing the first half in a flurry. They're at home here against a bad Rockets team. I expect this one to be a butt whooping, which means Niang could see some extra minutes right here as they don't overexert the Clarksons and Conleys and Donovan Mitchells of the world. So that's what I got for today, guys. Don't hesitate to push that thumbs up button so we can push out a members-only video to the public. Best of luck to everybody tonight. We should be back around later to talk a little bit of sports betting. Get your memberships and get your deposits in over at Jazz Sports, and I can get you a free membership to the 5-pack. Have yourself a wonderful Friday night, and I will talk to you guys a little bit later.